Day 20 something, losing track of the days. It's Monday. I got to set up a bunch of referrals. I've got to get myself organized. I'm going to go get me a daily planner so I can more effectively manage my time. I'm getting DMs all over the place. I'm running ads here and people are starting to see my ad and then be like, oh, that's Suga Shane. And then I got to set up 4 or 5 deals today to keep the techs engaged and busy. But I got to figure out how to do like 20 or 30 in a day. And I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed right now. One of the things for me when I start feeling overwhelmed, I start cleaning stuff. So like I'm cleaning this car. I've got to get this car cleaned right now. It's driving me nuts. Anything that shouldn't be in here, I need out of here. Like if we want a towel in here, then the towel needs to be here, but it needs to be here because we want it here and it's for a reason. So I've been hit up by a couple other companies asking me if I could represent their brand and do this show. I've got a call hopefully today with a guy named Ben. He owns one of the largest door-to-door companies out there. He's interested in somehow, he calls it a collab, and I'm gonna explore that option with him. I've had other companies hit me up as well. So we're starting to get some traction here and people are starting to reach out. They're seeing what we're doing. But for me, I'm like overwhelmed at trying to solve the homeless problem, trying to figure out how to repair the damage that COVID did to these churches. Like I've got a million things on my mind. And on top of that, I'm trying to make $1 million in 60 days. And that's what I came out here to do. And that's probably the furthest thing from my mind. I'm more interested in trying to figure out how to help people, but I got to remember that I need the $1 million in order to help people. I've reached out to my real estate agent. I know we have a deal. I've already reached out to him today. Hopefully he's going to get us into the property that I feel really good about. That's like 40,000 square feet. And potentially it solves some of the homeless problem because it's zoned for like a 200-bed transitional facility, or at least part of it is. So you can convert part of it to that. You look at these homeless shelters and they just become a center for drug trade and disease, right? So whatever I do, it's not gonna be like what's been done anywhere else. It's gonna be a school, it's gonna be a learning process, it's gonna be an interview process to get in there. And we gotta know who really wants to get off the streets, wants to find a job. We'll teach them tons of life skills. At least in my head, that's what I've designed. And I had a program for guys that I was in prison with. If they followed my step-by-step program in prison, I would introduce them to my network of people, and then my network of people would help them get jobs, get housing, and get on their feet once they got out. But I saw a couple guys already wearing the Suga Shane shirts this morning when I was driving, and it looks super cool because it looks like Superman's on their chest. Crunch it is. Hey, thanks for being a kind human. I got something for you since you were so kind. Listen, it's not much, but it's an Abraham. Thanks for holding the door. Yeah, you bet, you bet. Hello, how are you? Good. I am looking to do a membership for the 4 of us here. Yep. We're brand new to the planet of Savannah. Here, I'll give you one of my cards too. Dude, you are freaking yoked. How old are you? What's your name?
Ahmad.
Bro, you got great teeth. You're yoked.
Thank you.
Are you rich?
That's on the way.
I can teach you.
Sir.
I've only made a few $100 million, so.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
I got something, I got a gift for you right now. Listen, I'm carrying with me actually, this book has created more millionaires than any other book that's ever been written. If you study this book, oh, you've read it? No, I got another one for you. If you read that one, your dad's a good man. Okay, look, listen. I only get, if people have to read this in order to get this. Okay, written by the same guy. He had an interview with the devil in 1937. The devil told him, hey, if you publish this, I'll ruin you and your posterity. It didn't get published till 10 years ago. And then I'll give you my book. My book just came out like a couple weeks ago. But I'm gonna start working out here. What was your name?
Ahmad.
Ahmad?
What's your name, sir?
They call me Suga Shane.
Suga Shane.
Okay, so finally broke down. Sorry, Planet Fitness, you never offered me any kind of sponsorship like I hoped you would. So we're gonna start working out at Crunch. It's a little further drive, about a 4 or 5 minute further drive, which means we're gonna have to get out the door 4 or 5 minutes earlier. But let's take a tour of this gym. It reminds me of like EOS or Vasa. I mean, I've been dying to not have a bench, a normal bench. Like if there's one thing that I think is a problem at say like Planet Fitness, it's the fact that they don't have a bunch of these free weight type things. Yeah, now it's time to start really shredding and Crunch Fitness. Gosh, it's 10:42. What do all these people not have jobs? Like, I don't get it. How does this work? I'm being dead serious. I would love to do interviews for all these people at the gym. Like, what do you do for work? Listen, this one's a little big though. This one's a little big. Okay. Listen, I just want you to wear these shirts. I'm gonna give these out, okay? Here, they call me Suga Shane, okay? Here you go, here's $5. That's all I got right now. You want $5? It's an Abraham. Listen, I'm just in town. I'm not from this planet. I'm just trying to do as much good as I can, especially for the people who are struggling.
No, it's your Shane. I'm your.
Oh, man.
Come on, baby.
Oh, I'm here to see the pastor. Yes.
Hey, Sean. Okay. I mean, I guess you can direct you guys back to where you need to go. Shane.
Sugar Shane,
You got it.
what's going on, brother?
How you doing?
I wasn't supposed to be here.
You're still
man.
here.
I'm still
You're
here.
Jermaine?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jermaine.
Come on back. I'm going to
Okay.
introduce you to my pastor.
Okay.
You know, because I'm still trying to leave.
Okay.
It just never works out. But it's a pleasure meeting. He's going to be the one taking you on the tour.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so this is Shane.
Hello. How you
How are you
doing?
doing?
Shane Baldwin. Nice to meet you.
Shane, good to meet you.
I've got.
And your whole crew with
This
you.
the
Hi.
whole crew. This is Kerry Clark here.
Hey, Terry, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
He's we call him CR. So for short.
Yeah. How are you guys?
I'm Blake.
This is Blake and this is Sean.
This is Keith.
Keith, how you doing? Shane
Good.
Baldwin. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yo,
And
come
this
in.
is Kerry Clark.
Come in, and John is
Yeah.
here. Sit down.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get some information. Finally, I feel really good about how this came about.
While they're coming in, I'll get some brochures. So,
Okay.
about 22 years ago, I had a young lady walk in here, and she said, "I want to be a volunteer." I said, "Great. What do you know how to do?" She said, "Well, I'm a painter." I said, "Like with a roller or a spray?" She said, "No." She said, "I paint portraits." And I said, "What would you like to do?" She said, "Would you like to have a mural on that wall there?" And I said, "Absolutely." She said, "What do you want?" I said, "Can we do a Last Supper?" She said, "Like Da Vinci's?" And I said, "Well, kind of like that, but I want it to be a homeless Last Supper." She said, "What do you want your disciples to look like?" I said, "Wait just a minute." And I brought out a box of snapshots, little photographs that I'd made of each of these guys. All these guys have been here, gone through here. And so that's what I've known every one of those guys.
love
And
it.
then she said, "What about Jesus? How do you want him to look like?" I said, "I don't want a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesus. He wasn't a European. He was a Middle Eastern."
Yeah.
I said, "Go online or go to encyclopedia. Look up the Bedouin people. They're the nomadic people
Yeah.
of the Middle East." And that's
Bedouins.
probably what Jesus looked like.
Yeah.
The third guy from the right, his name is Robert Nasworthy. His street name was Dub. He was the old grocery man that came in.
Dub, you told me about
yeah,
Dub.
and started bringing us food. Later, he brings the guy that looks like George Bush, the other white guy holding
Yeah.
the glass. His name is Gregory Corellis. We have a large original Greek community that came originally in the 1700s.
Okay.
He's part of that family. And he said, "I've owned a liquor store in this part of town for 50 years. It's time for me to give something back." Those two old men used their cars and went to grocery stores and brought us groceries every day until
Wow.
right before they died.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Brady's one of our students, and he's working the desk right now.
I like the red glasses.
All of our students have a job. You don't normally work for this. You're normally out on a truck, aren't you?
During the day I was at work on the truck, and in the evening I was at volunteer my free time to come work on the desk.
Okay.
Okay, anybody that comes here and they want a free meal, or they want to stay a few nights with us, they have to register here. All homeless people are carrying things in their hand. It may be a paper sack, it may be a valise, a little suitcase, or a backpack. We don't let them bring anything into the mission. They have to check it here. We don't know what's in it. It could be a weapon, it could be drugs, It could be something nasty. Those that spend the night with us, they are assigned a locker. They put their things in the locker. If it's a big backpack, we have another room over there that does that. But they sign up here, and then at 7 o'clock at night, they're taken here. Again, normally, we don't have people hanging around this lobby. This is only because we're now temporarily a cooling station.
Okay.
Because people were really getting sick from the heat here.
Okay.
So they come in this room here.
How we doing?
Welcome, sir.
How we doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you guys.
The sign on the wall, that's the scripture from Matthew chapter 5.
Where I was hungry, yes.
And we tell everybody, that's it.
That's it.
That's all we do, just that. Hungry, give them food. Thirsty, give you drink. Stranger, you welcome. Naked, you clothe them. Sick, you visit me. In prison, you came to me. We have an arrangement with our local district attorney. She is a wonderful Christian person. She comes here to visit us. Non-offenders that are going to prison, as long as they didn't hurt somebody,
Nonviolent
drug,
offenders.
nonviolent
Yeah.
stuff. If they're facing 2 or 3 years in prison,
They can opt
she will
to
ask
this.
the judge to give them an option.
Versus-
Come here for
yeah.
13 months or go to
Or
prison.
go to prison. Yeah,
And if they opt to come
an
here for
alternative
13
to
months,
prison, which is way better.
Yeah, well, that kind of saves our county a whole lot of money, first
Yeah.
of all. And we don't charge anything for them to stay here.
Yeah.
But if they stay 12 months and they bail out, then they're going to prison for 3 years.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we actually have, we have 3 right now?
Yeah, we have three here.
3 right now.
These are all students right here that work in our kitchen. This is our chef, Greg. I told you his story. He's the guy that spent 13 months in jail for shoplifting. They brought him back here, and he went through the mission and got his degree in culinary arts. How long have you been chef with us now?
9 years.
9 years. He runs this
Unbelievable.
kitchen.
And it's Jeff?
Great.
Greg, they call me Suga Shane. Nice to meet you. Looks like you know how to make some fried chicken.
He does. We have our food storage is back here.
Okay. How you doing?
All right.
You doing good?
God bless you.
God bless you.
Hey, Dwayne. It's our refrigerator,
Okay.
freezer on
Holy
the other
cow.
side of that,
Okay.
full of Purdue chicken right now.
Wow.
We get so much food that we can't serve it all in our dining room here. So we tell our churches.
Excuse me, sir. How you doing,
okay,
sir?
Dwayne.
Hello, Dwayne.
Okay, how you doing, sir? Excuse me.
Very good.
If you have poor families, just send a little note with them, and we'll give them 2 weeks of groceries. So we
Okay.
do that all day long. Excuse me. Normally we don't have people sleeping here, but we've made arrangements for guys who work at night.
Okay.
They got a night job. We'll let them come here and get some rest during the day. But they will have to leave in a little bit. And these beds will all be made up. We have 44 beds in this room.
Dorm living. I've lived in dorms like this.
You'll notice there are cameras. Everything is recorded here, sound and video. And when they walk in the front door, they see the screen, the monitor there. So everybody knows whatever you do in this building.
You're on record. How you doing?
In order for them to spend the night here, they have to stop.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Awesome.
This is Joe. Joe is our oldest graduate. He graduated, what, a year ago?
Yeah, about a year ago. About a year ago.
Congratulations, Joe.
Came in 2 years.
How old are you now, Joe?
71.
71. He came to us needing this. He went through our program. And now we've hired him. He runs this department. Guys come here, and they got to strip off butt naked here.
Been
He
there.
gives them socks and underwear and puts their clothes in a hanging basket there. If their clothes are really bad, we can throw them away if they want them thrown away, or we will wash them. And when they leave tomorrow, they can leave with clean clothes, but we'd give them all clothes.
Yeah.
And I'll show you what we do with that in a moment. In order to sleep in our beds, they got to go in here and take a shower. Like 6 shower heads there. We don't let them spend a long time in there. If they don't have clothing, and they'll put more of these in as they need it. Everybody gets a pair of pants. I mean, it's not going to be real nice stuff, but it's something that's clean. In this closet here, we have roll-up mats, like exercise
Okay.
mats. And if we fill up all of our beds, and they keep coming, and they do keep coming, then we take these mats and we lay them out on the floor, either downstairs or up here.
Is there a time in Savannah where it's more or less? Like, is there like a season where you see more, like an influx of people?
I think in the wintertime we have more people.
Okay.
Yeah. Our program has been here a little over a month.
Trip with 2-piece?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Trip.
I'm a third.
Okay.
This is a golfing guy right here. He's a great little golfer.
How good are you?
I played in college. Close.
What's your handicap right now?
I haven't played in a while. Probably about scratch.
Okay.
Trip made some bad choices, got his marriage in trouble, and other things going on. But I've known him all of his life. His daddy's a personal friend of mine.
No way.
His dad has skied with me in Park City and
No
Breckenridge
way.
and all kind of places like that.
Wow.
But Trip came to us recently, and we didn't know if he's going to make it, but he's going to make it.
That's right.
You're gonna make
He's a
it.
hard worker.
You're gonna make
Yes,
it.
sir.
And then there's students. This whole thing is built on an adult education paradigm. They have 3 hours of class here every day. They have worship down the chapel every morning. These guys here get up before our overnight guests, and they help serve them and get them out.
These are the guys that are in the actual 13-month program.
Yes.
Okay.
All of them are called students.
Yeah.
And most of them, all of them should have a badge like that identifies.
Okay.
This is Luke right here. Luke is one of our
What's
guys.
up, Luke?
Luke has wonderful maintenance skills. I see he's putting on an air conditioner thermostat. Is that what that is?
Yes, sir.
Well, Luke knows how to do things, but he is a student here.
Okay. Awesome.
And they can come and watch television now. They got a pool table. They got video games to exercise.
Yeah.
Down through here, these are dormitory rooms. Most of these rooms here are two-man rooms. These rooms have a bed on this wall and a bed on this wall, and very little space to walk between them. They have a metal upright closet with 2 drawers on the bottom.
And this is for the students.
For the students.
Yeah.
We can house 28 of them in here. We have 20-something here right now. They have their restroom over here.
Is it, would they have to pass your smell test before they can get admitted to the?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's smart.
I have 2 people to give them a recommendation to me.
And then they come to
And
you.
I say yes.
How do you, one of the hardest things for me in prison was trying to figure out, because I wanted to help everybody, but not everybody is ready to be helped. How do you figure out who
Justin.
is?
Should be Justin.
Justin, how you doing?
Justin came to us from
I'm Shane. Nice to meet you.
Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Little Tennessee
Okay.
guy.
Okay.
And, he runs one of our thrift stores now
Okay.
and doing good.
Awesome, man.
They've done a
Shane
lot
from
for me.
Utah.
I'm from Utah. We're shooting a TV show out here.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
just in Savannah trying to do as much good as I possibly can over the next 60
You met
days.
the right man. He's done a
Yeah.
lot of good.
I like his accent. You met the right man, he says.
That's Tennessee accent.
Justin,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Rated pretty well. You can kind of peek in
Yeah.
there. And then we have one other dormitory, which I'll show you down here.
This is just incredible. Are there other places, like in Utah, I know there's some addiction recovery facilities that have some of what you do, but not to the extent where it's like, hey, there's a recovery component and then there's a shelter component.
There's nothing else like this in Savannah. Now, we have one place called Union Mission. This started out as a Christian mission, and they started taking government money. And so there's no Christianity.
This doesn't
no
smell like a mission.
No,
It
no,
doesn't
no.
feel like
We
a
got
mission.
guys here cleaning constantly.
Follow me around. I'm fine. I'll get on camera.
Anyhow, this is our next dorm. I'll show you. This dorm is a little different. Get your crew to come in. This was the last dorm that we built.
Okay.
We renovated this building. This was just a big, wide, open space, and we closed it in. And we've got 10 rooms in here now. We sleep 20 guys. These rooms are a little bigger. This is called their Fresh Start dorm. This is built for men who have come to faith while incarcerated. We've got prison Hey, Tommy. We have prison chaplains and wardens that will call us if we got a guy's about to be paroled. Pretty good
Okay.
guy, but he has no family. He has nowhere to go. And if we just put him on the street, he's going to be back here. Can you take him? So absolutely, we can take him. We take him for 3 months at no cost to him or his family.
Okay.
He can come stay with us. All he has to do is to give us evidence that he's going to job interviews. If he's going to job interviews, he can stay here.
Okay.
Now, after 3 months, if he doesn't get a job, he can't stay. We're not a flop house.
Gotcha.
So nice to meet you.
Are you?
I have to take him to the airport.
Okay.
So
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
he's going to go home for a week and then he's coming back.
Okay.
So
Blake, right? My name's Keith.
After 3 months, if they don't get a job, they can't stay. They got to move on. If they
Okay.
do get a job, they have to bring us their pay stub.
Okay.
And we take 30% of their pay for their board.
For their housing.
And that covers their utilities. They also can eat 3 meals a day. with us. If
Okay.
they have an automobile, they have parking off the
Okay.
street for them here. And most of the rents here are anywhere from $500 to $700 a month. They can't stay anywhere else for that. They have their own laundry here. We don't do it for them. They have to do their own laundry.
$500 to
They have their own
$700,
showers
and you get food on top of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a good deal.
It's a good gig if you can get it, right?
Tell me at what point you were impressed.
I'm blown away.